natural links with the core subjects.
The show's going to have fun.
Right, we've got some funky foam here.
It's now late morning on the first day, and Pauline breaks into the designing session to go through an array of materials and their properties.
And it's got another property. Ryan, can you tell us? Because you used this before, didn't you? Can you remember? Yeah.
Do you put it in a bowl and then you put it in the microwave?
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
This one you can actually mould over something, and if you just heat it, it will actually keep that shape. Like Ryan's turtle that he made, they did it over a bowl. There's some coloured string. Oh, we've also got some aluminium rod, some wire, just some ideas here that you might just want to have a look at if you want to make a switch.
She wants the children to think about the possibilities and limitations of equipment and materials whilst they're still working on their designs.
It's going to sit on the end of the table with its feet dangling down, and then we think that we're going to like press its head down and its feet will like flap, and then if you press the head down as well, then its eyes and its nose can light up.
If you move the arms like that, the feet will move.
We'll do corex for the body, and I don't know what fabric for the feet. Yeah, fabric for the feet, or just maybe a foam for the feet.
I really like the way you encourage the children to share their ideas and not to see D&T as a competitive exercise. Working together, working in teams is terrific, isn't it?
I think it is, and I think it takes children's ideas forward just by talking about them to other people and to other children. They can help each other.
And that mimics professional practice.
Absolutely.
This is a turtle, and it's going to have, its head's going to pop in and out, and its eyes are going to light up, so we're going to have loose wires.
And it has wheels at bottom, so it can go like a motor go around.
It'll move. We'll have an off-centred cam on the motor, so it'll shake and it'll hopefully move if we get it in the right place.
We're going to do a Chinese dragon with the fire-breathing one, but instead of that on it, it's going to have a red party blower.
Pauline wants to set boundaries and make the children aware of the constraints of materials. The aim is to help the children come up with designs that are realistic and achievable. Day 2, and the class is completely absorbed in making the concepts they designed last week.
The main problems in primary design technology is teachers being a little wary of just letting go and possibly having what they consider chaos in the classroom. It can be a bit daunting if you've got 30 children and they're all rushing around using various things. I also think there's a problem sometimes in teachers perhaps being too didactic and then deciding what they want the children to make and not giving children opportunities for freedom of their own expression. It's getting the balance right between the knowledge and skills and the understanding and the opportunities for the children's creativity.
Yeah.
How do you create the time to be able to talk to the children on an individual or small group basis when they're involved in practical activity?
I think it's down to the way the classroom is organised. I make sure the resources are accessible to the children and they can use them independently.
Right.
I also think it's giving them very clear boundaries of what they can and cannot do so that you can actually then trust them to get on with it, and you can then have time to talk to children in groups or individually.
Yeah.
It is very important to plan and organise yourself, your resources and your children. It isn't something that just happens, you have to plan for it.
Yeah, so it's planning and organisation.
Very much so.
I would like you to look at what you've done today. Is there anything that you suddenly found that you had to change? Just jot it down in your book if you did. I'd also like you on this orange post-it to write down anything that you are going to need for next week which isn't in the classroom. This is like your shopping list, if you like.
That's a very useful idea, giving the children the shopping lists in order to plan for the next lesson. I think that's brilliant.
I think you almost have to do that if you're giving them a wide choice of materials, so that you still want them to be able to use something else that isn't there, and then you can get it there for the next time.
I like the idea, it's a good idea.
The class spend more time making their designs on the third day, and by the middle of the session are ready to evaluate their work. Pauline has planned the work and organised the resources in a way which lets the class work in small groups, leaving her free to work with individual groups as and when they need her input.
Should we try it out? What we were going to do is we were going to...
Finally, at the end of the third day, everyone is given an opportunity to present their virtual pet to the class in a group plenary.
What you've done, how they work, perhaps just say a little bit about any problems that you had as you went along, anything that went really well that you're really pleased with. If you've had any changes of mind on the way.
So that one's the mechanical, and this is should be the electrical.
The rest of the class question the presenters and make suggestions about how things could have been done differently.
You could have made it better by fixing the wings.
It was the paint that made it go down because it's so heavy. Because it used to be up here.
Yeah, and it was also the PVA.
But it was the paint and the glue.
Yeah, the glue made it like flop.
Why didn't you connect the eyes to the microchip?
Because there's 3 outputs and there's 3 bulbs in the Mohican, so it wouldn't have worked.
Can you tell everyone about your problem?
Yeah, it was the head.
The head. We tried everything to cover it with some sort of material, but it wouldn't work. And then we ended up using cloth, the little mask.
Are you pleased with that now?
Yeah.
Better than anything else you tried?
Yeah.
How did you make the tail? What material did you use?
Stuck some newspaper.
By showing their design to the rest of the class and talking through their experience of the project, Pauline aims to give the children the chance to be proud of their work.
Those are Corex spikes.
I think it's really important as a teacher to have it very clear in your mind what your input is going to be, linked to the objectives and what it is you want to teach the children.
On the way sticks.
If a group of children want to go off in a different direction, I think you have to be prepared to let them, so that you really do have to be flexible.
So, if you're embarking on a D&T project, think about using product analysis as a useful way of getting children excited about design. Set out the project goals early on. Design and technology can link naturally into the core curriculum subjects. Try to create plenty of opportunities for allowing the children to investigate. And finally, remember that reflecting on the project at various stages and being open-minded to new ideas are both part of the design process. A detailed lesson plan for this project is available on the Teachers TV website.